Moved to Ohio as a kid with no father. Stayed in Cali near the valley, and he said, oh brother, I still love them though. All the way across the nation I can feel our love grow. Then the temperature went down another measure to below zero. How can he be my hero when he never calls, not even to say hello? Alone in Ohio trying to keep myself mellow. As a little kid I wasn't a calm fellow. Anything that bothered me I would ball and bellow. I would draw in yellow to represent my home. Warm summer sun.
This is a story of like father, like son, and it's about when my father left my family and how that affected me. But it's also a story of forgiveness and ultimately acceptance as well.
When I do dreams come Freddy. Couldn't afford the cheapest brand of spaghetti. Nutrition consisted of hot dogs and macaroni. My condition constricted by a broken matrimony. You're saying you're my dad, but really your mom's phony. Respect my mom, pay child support, but alimony. Nah, it won't happen. Eyes forward, have patience, stop the toe tapping. Anxiety and variety, relieve them pro rapping, but at the time, I didn't have hip-hop, that's why I was out of control. Pain would never stop. Used to tell kids at school I was very poor. They would look into my eyes, what do you use that word for? Poor means you can't live out what's in your dreams. No beauty's only beast is how everything seems. Consumed by the gloom, not a single thing gleams. Room for the tomb is what my perception deems. That's why poetry I produce by the reams. Front page, front stage, stunned to get the cream. Take my check, give it to my mom, thanks for everything. Make my check, out to my mama, owe you everything. Take my check, give it to my mom, thanks for everything. Thanks for everything.
So I've been sitting on this idea for a long time, and I've wrote many songs about it. And I'm gonna open the piece with one of the songs that I wrote about it, but have not really performed for anyone because it didn't feel appropriate. I didn't feel ready. I felt uncomfortable saying it because it was before its time, and it wasn't ready to be shown. And then now I feel that this is a perfect outlet for it to be presented, and I'm really proud of it. After I perform the song, then I'm gonna go into a story of where I say a moment in which my dad taught me something very special to me, and that is that he taught me how to be very fashionable and very stylistic, and how to really have like a good fashion sense, because he has a very good fashion sense, and that's something that we share.
My dad taught me everything I know about style. Son, this is a very unique method. I get a lot of compliments on the way that I tie my tie. Nothing feels better than freshly ironed clothes. I love ironing. So relaxing. It's like a ritual. Every night, I pick out my clothes that I'm gonna wear for the next day. I fill up my iron, I get my board, and I smooth out the wrinkles of stress. Fill up my iron, get my board, smooth. Fill up my iron, get my board, smooth. Fill up my iron, get my board, and I smooth. Iron, board, 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 smooth.
when we were doing swimming, which is like a writing exercise about, it refers to a writing exercise that, in which you write continuously without stopping about different questions or whatever pops into your mind. And what I kept on writing about was my father. And I have a great relationship with my father now, but it's something that I feel that I haven't expressed artistically to, like, the public, you know?
I can't have a kid around the same age as my father did. Because I'm afraid of doing exactly what my father did. Away from my mother, my father hid. And that's not the only thing he left behind. He left behind a sign that said, when times are tough, go leave, it's fine. But I was there, and let me tell you that it was not. I wanted to give up, but Mom told me that I must not. The vision in the mirror is too clear, and I wish that it would just.
Maybe this is a way for me to finally, like, kind of just let it go, and then to where it's like, it doesn't even bother me anymore. This is for me to just, like, finally, like, put this to rest so I can finally move on.
So I left. Mom cried when I walked out, just like you. With my back turned, I look just like you. Reliving the pain that we just fought through. And I bought brand new shoes for the pain, Dad. And I bought brand new shoes for the pain, Dad. You see, I bought brand new shoes for the pain, Dad. Just like you. Just like you.
One time, my dad took me shopping, and I was dressed up, and I was in my house, and then she walks into the house after work, and then I have my back turned, and she walks in, and she was like, Leonard, which is my father's name, and I was like, what? So she thought I was my dad, and she says, oh my God, you look just like him from behind. Like, I swear, when I look at you, it's like I'm looking at your father.
Just like you. So at the end of the day, Dad, I still love you. And even though you ran around, Dad, I still love you. Because what you handed down always got me through. And the man that you grew into was better than the one that I knew. The mistakes that you made have made me a better man. And with your new guidance, I have made a better plan. for the future. I am glad that you are here to lend a hand. Mom said I was just like you. And now I finally understand. You see, it took 19 years to accept that you and I are the same. And the problems of the past are all ours to blame. And time is the perfect cure to all cuts, wounds, and pain. So, Dad, I am proud that you and I share the same last name. Although at the time I wish with me you would stay, and away from my mother you would not stray. But now I realize that all of the time that you have spent away has precisely and exactly made me into the great man that I am today. So, Dad, thanks for everything. Dad, I owe you everything. Dad, you are my everything. Muchas gracias, Padre. Muchas gracias.
It's good. I liked it. I remember I was going to write that poem for you for Father's Day. I still owe it to you. Something like that. But another version. It's good. I like this.